From the Crush Studio in sunny Florida, this is the Disney Crush Podcast. And now your two tempests in a teacup, Dave and Toni-Ann.
On this week's The Disney Crush Podcast, I went back to Walt Disney World and tried some new experiences. Dave went to see Moana and other Disney news and silliness on episode 452 of the Disney Crush Podcast.
Right on. So you had a little Disney meetup. Was it a Disney Crush meetup, or what? It was just what?
It was a kids trip. It was a trip that was planned by some of our friends with kids, and me and Michael just tagged on at the very end. We just went Saturday and Sunday, so we really only saw most people on Saturday because most people went home Sunday morning. So
well, that explained why I didn't get the invite. Okay, yeah,
no, because you don't like children.
Yeah. No, I like kids. As long as everybody has a misconception. Is it a misconception about what I think about these kids? Look, I think there's a window. There's a window.
Okay.
If the kid's in diapers. See, I don't mind little kids in diapers because they can't get out of the thing. They can't go anywhere. They can't walk
That's
around.
True. Mm-hmm.
But they can, they can cry and all that kind of stuff. So it's like, why even bring them? But besides that point, but once they start walking, and talking a little bit, yeah, then they become problematic. Then that's when they become problematic. But and so there's a short window. But then once they get to the point to where they can walk, like let's say a half a mile without complaining and throwing a tantrum. Then I'm good. Right. We're good.
Okay. Well, all of these children were past diapers and were walking.
See, I'd have been fine. So. Uncle Dave would have been fine. We'd have had a good time. But that's okay.
That's okay.
Maybe next time.
Yeah.
They don't know what they missed. Oh, Uncle Dave wasn't there.
Uncle Dave drinking out of Uncle Dave's water bottle. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, Uncle Dave doesn't drink too much anymore.
Well, there you go.
So
poor anyway. Michael.
Yeah. Exactly. No, thankfully. Oh. Anyway, back to Disney.
Okay.
Where were we?
Your questionable parenting skills aside.
Oh yes. Okay. No, we're going to talk about your trip here in a little bit, but
yeah.
Before we do that, did you have any news?
The only bit of news I have is that this fall, when the parties start, typically Disney does the extended extra hours for deluxe resort guests. And usually they're at Magic Kingdom and Epcot. Well, when the parties start, they won't be using Magic Kingdom. They'll be using Hollywood Studios instead. So I think that starts on September 16th, I think is what I read. I may have the wrong date. So you should probably check the Disney website for what the extended extra magic is if you're staying deluxe for your dates this coming fall.
How do you feel about that?
No, they promised the deluxe guests this extra perk, and they want to make right, but they still want to have their parties, so that's what they're going to do.
Okay, good.
Hollywood Studios is a good part. I mean, they got Slinky Dog, they got Rise, they got Tower of Terror, Muppets.
I agree.
Rock and Roll, which I rode yesterday.
Really? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait to hear about that.
Well, unfortunately, the recording studio that wasn't running. They pushed it. We went right through it.
Oh no!
It was dark.
It's really good. Oh, I'm sorry. You know what you can do though?
So we'll have to ride it again.
No. You can't. Well, yeah, you'll have to see it in person. But if you want to, you could go to the Disney Crush on YouTube.
Okay, that's what I'll do.
I have a short video on it there. And I've got most of it recorded. Do you know anything about that?
I'll look for it.
YouTube channel, on the Disney Crush YouTube channel. You ever been there?
I've been on the Disney Crush YouTube channel. I guess I have.
Just checking. There is a video there. Go check it out if you want to.
I'll go look for it.
Okay.
That's the only news I have is that Extra Magic Hours will be coming to Hollywood Studios this fall for deluxe guests.
Good part. Good place to have it. All right. Well, I guess that's going to do it for news. Let's talk about Moana.
Okay, Dave and Veronica went to see Moana, right?
Yeah, we did. We went last week.
That's dishes clanking in my kitchen.
Yes, it is. It opened last Thursday. Oh, okay, let's give it a second.
That's Michael knocking on the door.
Oh, again.
Should I let him in?
I don't think that's a knock. That sounds more like kicking the door.
Uncle Dave wants to know what you want. Do you want to talk to Uncle Dave? Is that what you came in for? He said, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, Michael.
What's up, Mike? A movie called Moana. Ever heard of it? Yes, Uncle Dave was just going to tell me about it. He went to see it this weekend with Aunt Veronica.
See?
I told him he had a choice. He could go see Moana or Minions because there's a new Minions movie.
Yes, there is.
He's been struggling with this decision. So he's saying a movie called Moana. You ever heard of it? Probably not because you want to see Minions.
Oh, Minions and Monsters?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See?
Uh-huh.
See?
Yep. All right.
Take him to both.
Uh-huh. Right. What did you think of the Muppets Rock and Roller Coaster?
That's good.
It was great?
Yeah.
Michael said it was great.
We can't go back to Saturday.
Yes. In September when Aunt Judy comes, we'll go to Magic, okay?
Okay.
All righty?
Okay.
Okay.
So is Magic, Epcot, and Malawa.
Okay.
Malawa.
Yeah. Okay, goodbye. I'm going to lock the door again.
Yes, Wawa.
Yes, Wawa, of course.
Wawa.
And that was Michael's minute with a kitten on the counter.
She's like, why are you taking me down?
Dave has a new kitten and it keeps climbing on the counter.
Well, yeah, the recliner is like right next to the kitchen counter, and she's not really been climbing too much, but she found the recliner and she jumped on the back, and then found the kitchen counter and climbed over to that. So
and now she wants to live there.
Curiosity killed the cat.
Yep.
Not that I'm going to kill the cat, but
no, of course not.
Anyway,
so you went to see Moana.
It came out last Thursday. We went Friday.
Mm-hmm.
This is not really a spoiler because it's already out there. It's basically the original Moana came out almost 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
10 years ago, yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
Hang on a second. November 23rd, 2016.
Mm-hmm. So almost 10 years ago.
Yeah, almost 10 years ago. Here's the thing: is it follows that almost to the T.
That's what I heard. I heard that some of the dialogue is word for word the same movie.
I mean, even the scenes, it's so close, which I did not mind because I so enjoyed the first one.
Right.
And I didn't really think, I noticed it right away, but then I thought, I just kind of put it out of my mind.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not really a spoiler. I'm not really spoiling it because I'm sure if you're going to see, whatever.
If you saw the movie 10 years ago, you've seen the movie.
You've seen the movie. Yeah, you've seen it. But, it's a live action, so there's that. Mm-hmm. But the weird thing about it was Hey Hey. They did something to Hey Hey that just was kind of weird.
What did they do to him?
We can't quite put our finger on it. He looked a little disheveled.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like he'd been on like a 5-day bender.
Okay.
Yeah, it was weird. His eyes were kind of bloodshot. It was just, I don't know if he'd aged.
Maybe he has aged, yes.
I don't know. Something. He just didn't seem the same.
It's been 10 years after all. Mm-hmm.
He wasn't the cute Hey Hey. He was a little wonky looking. Yeah. But other than that, it was, we found the movie quite enjoyable. In fact, Veronica gave Toy Story 5 a 10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked her on the way out of Moana, the live action Moana, I said, what do you give it? She thought for a second. She goes, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10.
Okay. Well, that gives me hope because Michael kind of wants to go see it and I was hesitant. But, okay.
Well, don't be hesitant to go see it. If you listen to the critics, the internet, it only got it's in the 30s Rotten Tomato.
Okay.
But as far as the audience goes, what they thought of it, they gave it an A-, and 90% of the people enjoyed it. Thought it was really good. And I have to agree, it was really good. I thought it was really good.
Okay.
And here's the thing that's really strange is that it is ranking like it's like they're calling it a flop, like it's Disney's flop. They're saying this one's a big flop. And do you know Moana 2 was a massive global smash?
Yeah.
It had like $1 billion worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about Moana 2, when it came out, it was a disaster because it was supposed
to be a television show, and they put the stories into they crammed it into a movie.
Right. It was supposed to be a TV show. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I was there, but you got ahead of me.
I didn't mean to steal your thunder, Dave.
And so it was a little discombobulated. You could almost tell you could almost tell it just was not good.
Yeah.
But it was a smash. It smashed all kind of records. In fact, it was the highest grossing film of 2024. The third highest grossing film of 2024.
Wow.
Yeah, that $1 billion worldwide. I think another thing that helped that movie, that Moana 2, was that it came out during Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It was Thanksgiving week. It was, Thanksgiving was his opening.
It was up against Wicked, though, because I know this for a fact because I went to see Wicked, and Moana started in the theater, and they had made a big mistake and put the wrong movie in the wrong theater.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's right. I remember that. That was crazy. Yeah. So I just don't. And I think maybe it's just the wrong time. Like it's too close to Moana 2 for one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's not the right time of year. I don't think really. I just think there's a lot of stuff that's they just didn't do right.
I don't think it's been long enough.
That's what I mean. Moana 2 just came out not too long ago, and Toy Story 5 just came out, which is a smash hit. It hit, I think, almost 200 million. It's already the second largest animated opening weekend in history. Minions and Monsters came out. Mm-hmm. And so I think it's up against all these other things, and it's actually performing worse than Snow White, believe it or not.
Oh, the live action Snow White?
The live action Snow White. And that was a flop. And it's doing worse than that.
Wow.
And so I think maybe we just have to wait and see what happens.
I think people are tired of the live action remakes, though.
Maybe.
Especially if they're not going to make them interesting in some way.
Or something different, right? I don't know. I say give it time. But the thing about it is Rotten Tomatoes gives it it's in the 30s, but the audience loves it. 90%. Mm-hmm. I mean, and if you look online in the groups, I would say that 90% of the people that follows very directly with what people are saying online. That everybody loved it. It was great. It really is. It's a good movie. I mean, it's a good live action as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe because I love the first one so much and hated the second one so much that I'm like, okay, I don't care that it follows the first one almost word for word. I don't care.
Yeah. Okay.
For one, the songs are the songs in number 2 were terrible.
Yeah.
And they had a different composer for number 2 for 2, but the songs were amazing, and it was great hearing them again.
Yeah.
And nobody can sing Welcome like The Rock.
Okay.
But I just don't understand it. It was a great movie.
Okay.
So
maybe I'll give it a chance.
No, I'd love for you to go see it.
Okay.
I mean, of course, let Michael pick or go see them both.
Yeah.
And then let's see what you have to say.
Okay.
I mean, but because despite underperforming, it still took the number 1 spot for the weekend, for that weekend, for July 10th through 12th, easily beating holdovers like Minions and Monsters, believe it or not, and Toy Story 5.
There you go.
So I don't know. There's that too, but they're still calling it a flop. It's just weird. It's just a little bit strange. And they do say, despite the poor critic score, audience are enjoying the film, awarding it a popcorn meter of around 90% and giving it an A-. Go see it. I say go see it. You'll enjoy it. I think you'll enjoy it. And then maybe we'll have some more discussions about it in the future. And that's my review of Moana, live action Moana.
There you go.
Before we get into your trip, I got a little Facebook.
Oh, sounds good.
On this week's The Good, The Bad, and The Ugly of Facebook. Bing. This one might get you a little riled up.
Okay.
Looking for tips on Epcot. My boyfriend and I went last weekend. We were both disappointed. Agreed it was probably a one and done. We were finished with the park within a few hours. For a majority of, we're going to go over this. We're going to go over a lot of this. So you just, I know you're breathing hard. I can tell you're ready to go after them already. I can feel it. I can see you're ready. We were finished with the park within a few hours. For a majority of that time, we walked around bored. I know, clenched lips, hang on. Given Guardians was over a 100-minute wait, we didn't do it. Lightning Lane wasn't available. Also, neither of us drank alcohol. Is there any tips or tricks on things we can try to see if we like Epcot maybe next time? Okay, now go ahead. Go ahead.
There are 11 rides at Epcot. 11. Guardians is one of 11. So there are 10 other rides that didn't have a 100-minute wait, probably.
Okay, wait.
If you're walking around bored, not doing anything, you could have stood in line for 100 minutes. What would that have hurt?
Okay, great. Absolutely. They were bored.
There's so much. Okay, you don't drink. That's okay. There's other things to do at Epcot besides drink.
No, really?
There's
all the countries, the pavilions.
Right.
I mean,
you can go into the pavilions and learn about some of the countries and talk to the people, and just weird.
It is,
try
right?
Different foods that you've never tried before.
They got Guardians, the number one ride, and they just dismissed that because it was a 100-minute wait, evidently. But yeah, if there's a festival going on, you have that. The pavilions. You got Frozen, you got Remy, you got Spaceship Earth, you got Soarin', you got Test Track, you got Living with the Land, you got the aquarium, you got Moana, Journey of Water, you got street performers, bands, and you got the Skyliner, the boats, the monorail for transportation. I mean, what else do you want? You got some great restaurants. You got
you can meet characters. There's so many characters that do meets there. More than Magic Kingdom, actually.
Yeah, I think they need to book a trip with us, and they would.
I don't want to go with that kind of negativity. I don't
know. You know, we just got to show them the ropes, Tony. Just got to show them the ropes. Tell them, see. Yeah. I knew that was going to get you riled up. I saw that when I said this was going to get her riled up.
He's reading it. My
know.
face is twisting.
I could tell.
Also, they're two adults. They could have went to Geo82 and had a great time.
Exactly. Yeah, and you don't have to drink there either. You could just got a regular.
Right. You could have a snack and a soda.
Shirley Temple. They got some great food.
Mm-hmm. I'm jazzed because Michael's 26, so I can go there with he's my child, so I can take my child to Geo82, put a pizza in front of him and a Sprite, and he'll be happy.
Yeah, so she's in rare form.
Who, me?
No, I'm talking about the cat. I'm sorry.
The cat, the kitten.
Okay. Okay. Here's another one. I'm gonna keep, since you're in such a feisty mood. Yes, I'm going to keep you going.
Okay.
So we are first-time visitors, and that's how they started out. So we are first-time visitors, and we were watching vlogs on YouTube of people going to each park. We got 4 park days, but in capital letters, we soon realized Epcot looks extremely, all capital letters, boring to us. We found maybe 3 or 4 things, if that, to do. Since my tickets are already paid, would I be hold that. since my tickets are already paid, would I be able to have my travel agent turn it into a park hopper for each person? Just that 1-day ticket?
Well, no. A hopper is a hopper for as many days as you bought. You have to buy. You can't just buy a hopper for 1 day.
No,
so you
gotta
bought a
buy the
4-day
whole
ticket.
shebang.
You got to buy a 4-day hopper.
Mhm.
That's that. But please look at what you're saying. Epcot has more rides than Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios. It's the second most rides in any park. Characters at the yin yang, great food, like you said, street performers, free concerts.
Mm-hmm.
So is all of your Facebook people bashing Epcot? Because
Well, no, I just happened to find these two, and I just thought, oh, yeah, this is going to be good because Toni-Ann's not going to like this one or these two. But and they were so kind of alike. They both said that it was boring. It looked boring to them. I mean,
yes.
the first-time visitors were going to be, so evidently they'd never been before, but they watched vlogs and YouTube.
And most vloggers love Epcot. Most vloggers are excited about Epcot. So you would think that they would be stoked if they're watching Mr. Morrow or
Right.
Tim Tracker or Molly or whatever.
And if you've been following the podcast for a while, you know that I was never really a fan of Epcot that much. But over the last, say, 4 or 5 years, it's gone way up on my list.
Mm-hmm.
Way up on my list. And it's almost right there at the top. No. Yeah. It's hard now. See, the more you go,
Animal Kingdom.
I still love Animal Kingdom. It's like my favorite. But Hollywood Studios is so close to Animal Kingdom now. And Epcot is so close there, too. It's like those three are right there, neck and neck.
Yeah. Well, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. Like when people say to me, what's your favorite park? I really can't answer you. I know it's not Magic Kingdom, which is sacrilege. I know. Some of my friends are melting right now because I just said that. But the other three,
No, yeah, Magic Kingdom's Magic Kingdom's the last. Yeah, it's the one at the bottom. But sorry, it's the same for me.
How could you have a Disney podcast? No, I love Magic. Don't get me wrong. I love Magic Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
I cry when I see the castle. I cry when I see the fireworks. It's just not. If I have a 2-day weekend, I'm probably not going there. If I have to pick 2 parks for, that's probably not where I'm going unless there's something special going on that I'm going for.
Well, here's the thing I like too is I like the fact that I love Animal Kingdom, and and I just listened to the Mickey File podcast, and Scott's not a real big fan of Animal Kingdom, which I kind of knew that.
Okay.
I mean, he'll go, but he's just not a big fan. But here's the thing, I love Animal Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
He does love the safari. The safari is his favorite thing there.
Okay.
But it kind of depends on the mood I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And if I had a choice, like, okay, Dave, you can go to any park you want, but you have to pick one.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be hard between those three: Animal Kingdom, Epcot, and Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
I almost would say I would probably pick Hollywood Studios because because we drive. It's easiest. The parking is the easiest for us. And we're so close to Epcot that we can just jump on the boat, walk, or do the Skyliner and get over to Epcot.
Well, let me tell you something. I stayed at Pop this weekend, and the Skyliner's at Pop, right? But I was leaving on my my Hollywood Studios day. Yesterday I went to Hollywood Studios. I was leaving, so I said, "Okay, Michael, we'll bring the suitcases to the car, and then we'll get on the Skyliner." And by the time I got to the car, I thought, Hollywood Studios is literally right across the street. Why am I going to walk all the way back to the Skyliner from the parking lot when I could just get in my car and be there in 2 minutes? And sure enough, that's what I decided to do. And it is so easy to park at Hollywood Studios. It really is. And there was a tram there waiting to take us to the park, but it was like everybody was just walking. It was so close. We just walked and we got to the park before the tram had come back around. So,
that reminds me, the last time we went to Disney, we went early. Mm-hmm. And when we pulled up, we were right in front.
Yeah.
Okay. Right next to the Skyliner.
Wow.
and the parking over on the left side was starting there on that side, coming down. But it was right there. It was not even not even that filled, and the tram was there, and people were actually getting on the tram. I'm like, why are you getting on the tram? You could, by the time that tram starts to move, you could walk right there.
That's
to the
what
park.
happened to me yesterday. I walked and we beat the tram.
Yeah. Me and Veronica are like, what in the hell are they doing?
Getting on the tram.
You're getting on the tram. Why?
Sometimes, though, I will take the tram back at the end of the day because I'm like, beat.
No, I agree with that. Yeah. And that's a couple blocks of less walking will help at the end of the day. I agree.
So anyway,
after you've walked 10 miles already. I know.
Right.
Yeah, well, but it's hot. It's hot. Well, thank you, Facebook. You never disappoint.
For your Epcot bashing, yes.
Mm-hmm. And thank you for getting Toni-Ann riled up. I knew you. I mean, there's so much to.
I went to Animal Kingdom in Hollywood this week, and I missed Epcot.
Yeah, I'm telling
Epcot.
you.
And I like I said, I wanted to go see Soarin', but everybody reassures me that it's still going to be there when I go back in September. Better.
Yeah, I'm hoping too. Yeah, I really enjoy Epcot anymore. And they had the best popcorn around. I got the best popcorn around.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, these people, I don't know what they're thinking.
Oh, well.
But you know what? Toni? That's 2 less people in Epcot.
That's right. 4 with their significant others.
Right, exactly.
Who also think it was boring. Okay.
All right. Enough of this.
Yes.
Tell us about this kid trip that you took.
Well,
are you ready to talk about the kids?
Kid trip? Yeah, so some of our friends had planned a trip with the kids and said, "Why don't you and Michael come over?" And they got there on Thursday and did the free water park. I didn't do. I really have to watch my time off because of all of my past hospitalizations. So I only went on Saturday. I drove over on Saturday. I will tell you, they went to Magic Kingdom on Friday and told me that almost every ride on this Friday, which was July 10th, almost everything was a walk-on at Magic Kingdom. And I'll tell you what, I even dabbled with the idea that maybe I'd go over Friday night after work. So I looked at rooms on Thursday for Friday. I looked at rooms and there was still plenty of availability at almost every resort. And there were even still discounted rooms. There were still, annual pass holder discounted rooms, general discount, and Florida resident discount. So it's telling me that it's a slow summer. Yeah, they said on Friday the crowds were in bed. So Michael and I went to Animal Kingdom on Saturday. And the crowds, they weren't walk-ons, but they weren't bad by any means. And the only thing we rode was Navi River Journey. And we went over to Conservation Station to see Bluey. That's what Michael wanted to do. He wanted to see Bluey. So we took the train over. There was a 30-minute wait, but you're able to use the disability pass for that. So if you have the DAS, you can use it. We took the train over. We showed, right when you get in the building, they kind of put you in the queue. And I asked the girl, "Is this the queue?" And she said, "Yes." I said, "Well, he has a disability return time." And she directed me where to go. I got out of that line and walked around the outside. And a cast member stopped me and I explained to him, we have the DAS. And he sent me to another cast member who scanned his Magic Band and scanned my Magic Band and told us to go stand over there. And there were probably about 5 other families, most of which had older children or adults that had disabilities. It was mostly people like Mike. And so it was a 30-minute wait, but we got to go into the next show, which was like 5 minutes late. The show's only about 5 minutes. So we got to go into the next show. We went in first. They put us toward the back, and then they filled it in with all the other families, little kids and stuff. And it was really cute. It's not a traditional character meet. It's a game. It's games. They play 5 games. They sing and dance. There's dancing. And what was really cool was while the little kids were running around singing and dancing, Bluey and Bingo came to the back of the room and greeted all the older kids that were back there, gave them hugs, took pictures. But they didn't do that for everyone. They came back to the older kids while the younger kids were kind of running around
Interesting.
and being, rambunctious. But the games, I mean, everybody, they had like you know what Picky Uppy is? I found out what Picky Uppy is. It's they put the ball, they throw the ball around, and it's like when you have to hit the ball and not let it hit the ground. So they did that. Everybody can do that because the ball's going to come to, and there were games where you made animal noises. So make the noise of your favorite animal. Michael did his werewolf howl.
But that went over good. Yeah, he's good at that.
Yeah. So, it was good. And they did a limbo stick, and Michael got in line and did the limbo. So that was good.
Interesting.
It was really cute. Yeah. And then after we left the Bluey show, we walked outside, and where the petting zoo used to be, there is a kangaroo and wallaby encounter.
Say it isn't so.
Yes, we went and actually saw actual real life kangaroos and wallabies.
Wow. Finally.
Yeah.
Finally.
So what you do is they send you in kind of in groups of like 10 or 12 people. So you have to kind of wait in line, and they take like these small groups at a time, and a guide comes and takes you from station to station. You have to stay on the pavement. There's grass around you, and there's a paved walking path that you must stay on. They don't want you walking where the animals are. And the guide takes you from one station to another. There's about 5 stations. So it's a constantly rotating thing where when the first group moves to the next station, then another group can come in. So it's a constantly moving thing. You don't wait that long. So it was not, but we did. We saw kangaroos, and it was the height of the day. It was like 2:00 in the afternoon. And I saw exactly why you couldn't see them in their old enclosure by Discovery Island, because in the heat of the day, they are laying down on the ground in the shade, and there would have been no way for you to see them over when they were on Discovery Island, which they were.
Okay, if you say so.
They were sleeping or laying in the shade. That's why everybody thinks that I made up the fact that there were kangaroos there. There were kangaroos there. So,
just in the shade.
Yeah. I forgot to mention, Mike, on our way in, we stopped right when you walk in the park. There's that popcorn stand near the exit, like next to the gift shop there.
Right there on the left.
Pandora side.
Yeah.
There's that right by the bridge. That's where we got the ice cream sandwich with no wait. There's another stand that sells them over by the Africa Bridge, like across from Starbucks, maybe a little bit further down than Starbucks. And there was like a 20-person deep line there. And we walked right up to the ice cream counter it was a popcorn stand.
Yeah, kiosk.
And they have them, and we're getting the same ones the people at the other place were getting, because I saw people walking away with them. They have them made and wrapped and in the cooler case. The same place you buy the Mickey ice cream, the Mickey bars. They have them in the same thing at the stands. It doesn't have to be at a special stand because they have them all wrapped up and dated. You know, this ice cream bar was packaged on,
Really interesting.
July 2nd, and yeah, they have them like wrapped in like butcher paper and with a little sticker over them.
Yeah, I saw your post on the Friends of the Disney Crush on Facebook, and you said it was really good.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's pretty big.
Yeah, I've heard it's shareable. Yeah.
Definitely. It's longer than my phone case. It's skinnier. It's like the width of an ice cream sandwich, but it's longer than a regular ice cream sandwich. It's pretty long. I was surprised. And somebody's making inappropriate jokes right now as I say that. But yeah, it was. And I took a couple of bites and Michael took over. He took over and he got all chocolatey hands. But it's cookie dough on the top, vanilla ice cream in the middle, and brownie at the bottom.
Yeah,
and I really liked it.
Yeah, I can't wait to try it.
But you're going to want to share it because there's no way.
Oh yeah, we'll share it for
eat
sure.
the whole thing.
But that's okay. Cookie dough is my thing. I love cookie dough.
Yeah, so we had that, and we went to see Bluey and the kangaroos, and we went and rode Navi River Journey, and we shared a kids' meal at Satuli Canteen, and this is something else I want to tell you. We mobile ordered, and we had a gift card. And if you remember, if you've ever mobile ordered with a gift card in the past, you would have to type in all the numbers. Some of us would save them in our notes section of our phone so that we didn't have to type every number. You don't have to do that anymore. If your gift cards are registered on the Disney gift card website, if you put them on that website, they are now pulling over to My Disney Experience. So I had one it had the nickname, because you have to give them a nickname on that website, on the Disney gift card website. One was nicknamed Christmas because it was a Christmas themed card. One was nicknamed Guardians because it was a Guardians of the Galaxy gift card. And it said, so I went over to gift card, and my gift cards from the gift card website were waiting there for me and said, would you like to use Christmas card or Guardians? It already had them, and it told you how much was left on each card and which one would you like to use for this purchase.
Wow, that's good.
That was really good.
Yeah.
I don't know what took them so long to make the Disney gift card website talk to My Disney Experience, talk to the other Disney owned entities. I did check later, and I couldn't use it to buy lightning lanes. I just was curious if it would do the same. It didn't, but I don't know you'll have to check and see maybe I'll ask Karen if it works for the mobile checkout at the stores. I don't know. I didn't have the opportunity to check that, but I didn't work to buy lightning lanes. It wasn't, those two websites didn't talk to each other, but the mobile ordering, yes, your gift cards, if they're registered on the Disney gift card website, will just come over to My Disney Experience for your mobile ordering.
Well, that's Disney IT. At a snail pace, they'll figure things out.
Finally, the one thing they still make me crazy. When I buy an Apple gift card, I take my phone and scan the card, and it registers right to the Apple website. Why can't I do that with the Disney gift card? Why do I have to punch each number in and then the 7 or 8 or whatever 27-digit PIN number? It's really excruciating and tedious when you have a big stack of Disney gift cards. If you're paying for your vacation with, every time you go to the grocery store, you buy a $25 gift card until you have $1,000.
And there's 40 number letters you have to put in there?
Yeah, it's a lot. So I don't understand why Disney doesn't have in their Disney gift card website the ability to recognize the numbers and pull it up the way that the Apple one does. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It drives me mad.
Disney IT. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that is a good feature. I was very happy with that feature. So that was Saturday morning and afternoon, and then we had a 3:30 dinner reservation at Summer House brunch. Not brunch. Late lunch, early dinner, 3:30 at Summer House. And That was fun. I mean, that was fun. I had a salad. Michael had a burger. So there's nothing big to talk about there. Our friend Jen Wynn was upset because she didn't see the artichoke on the menu, which is a favorite of some of our friends. But they had a seasonal menu and it was on that. So it was taken off the regular menu, but it was on the seasonal menu. So don't despair if you see something missing from the menu. It might still be there when you get there. I will say the restaurant was not particularly cold. And they had in the front by the bar, they had 2 like portable units that were set on 60 degrees. And I'm wondering if there was an issue with the air conditioning in the restaurant, and that's why.
Yeah.
But why wouldn't they have them in the back room too? They only had them in the front room.
I don't know.
But it was not very cold in there, so I don't know what the story was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it must have been a problem.
And of course, we ordered cookies to go because they'll add them right to your regular bill. If you're in the restaurant and you want to get cookies, you don't have to get up and get in the line. You just tell your server what you want, and they'll bring them to you bagged up, and they go right on your check.
Yeah. So, I'm not a big cookie guy, but their cookies are good.
Their cookies are
They're
good.
better than Gideon's.
I think so. And the other nice thing is there were 4, 5, 6. There were 7 of us at dinner, and like 4 different checks. And they have the QR code on the table that you scan, and you get to select, okay, this item was mine, this item was mine, this item was mine, this item was mine. And then you pay your bill. So you just go on, like they have the whole check, and you can just click on the things that you're responsible for, and you can just pay for your share of the bill.
Well, how convenient is that?
It's nice.
That's nice.
We've had that at Boathouse too. I think more restaurants are coming out with that because a lot of people split bills at Disney.
Well, yeah, and it just makes it easier on the staff too, I think.
The wait staff, yeah. But I have found that it's non-Disney owned restaurants that are doing it. Disney owned restaurants need to, get with the program.
They need to level up.
Yep.
Come on, Disney. Takes
them
a while.
We went across. And then we went across the street and went to Splitsville. We had 2 lanes, and we bowled. You get like 2 hours to bowl, and there's a timer on the screen on the TV monitor above, and you see the running clock of how much longer you have to bowl. So we got through like 1.5 games in the 2 hours, but there were a lot of us. There was a bunch of kids and a bunch of adults. I don't even know how many of us there were. Did
anybody eat anything over there, or?
Yeah, because not all of us went to Summer House. Some of us didn't eat at Summer House. And there was a nice Detroit style pizza that I saw on the table. Some people had sushi. I think Jen Pulliam had pot stickers. So everything I saw looked really good.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you about the sushi. Did Glenn Kessler have the sushi?
Glenn had the sushi. Yeah, he said it was good. Yeah. Yeah. There were other people that had sushi too. So, and I think Tori had some kind of poke bowl.
Yeah, the food there is decent as far as, you think of bowling alley food, but no, it's good.
No,
food.
it was good.
And the sushi is the sushi is what gets people because they're like good sushi in a bowling alley.
Yes. Yes, there is.
There is good sushi there.
Mm-hmm. And I was surprised because we were up on the second floor. Because when you walk into, if you've ever just walked in, there's only like a couple of lanes on the first floor, and you're like, that's it. No, there's more bowling upstairs. And, the shoes, you just go up and get your shoes. They're included, and the balls are there. I will tell you, this was making my friends crazy, but the lanes are not regulation. And I kept saying that. These lanes aren't regulation. They don't have the lines on the floor that tell you where to stand. I stunk. Right? I kept getting gutter balls. I was not doing good. And I kept telling my friends, I was on a league when I was a kid. I really was. I was on a league when I was a kid. And I learned how to bowl standing on these markers on the floor. And I knew, You start on this marker with your hands here, and by the time you get to the second marker, you should be in this position. And I bowl like that to this day. And there were no markers on the floor, and the markers that there were not in the right place. It was not a regulation lane, and so I kept saying, "This isn't a regulation lane."
Excuses, Toni-Ann.
Yeah, I kept getting gutter balls. The really cool thing about like the kids were bowling, and some of the kids were older and cool and didn't want bumpers, and some of the kids weren't at the skill level and needed bumpers. When you put your name in, when you enter the names, it asks you, does this person need bumpers? Yes or no. And you check everybody that wants bumpers. And when it's their turn to bowl, the bumpers just come up electronically. They just come up on them. And then when they're done bowling, the bumpers, they go back down electronically. So that was cool. And, but one thing that did happen was at one point while we were playing, all of our balls were gone. We noticed, like, as we were playing, balls were disappearing. And we can see them in the back. We can see them rolling like they were getting stuck back there. Until at one point, there were no balls left. All the balls were stuck in the back. And they had to have somebody go in the back and put them back in the return. But yeah, we had zero. We started with like 12 balls and we had zero.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
By one point. But because we had to waste time getting the balls, they gave us another half hour to bowl. So that was cool.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. So it was really cool. It was fun. And it was a good time to spend time. It was a good way to spend time with friends. So I would recommend doing it again with friends.
Did anybody do level 99?
No, we didn't do level 99. But we did experience the bus situation at Disney Springs. And I wanted to explain to you how it works.
Oh, do tell.
Because my car, I was staying at Pop Century, but most of our friends were staying at Kidani. And the morning when I arrived, I went straight to Kidani to see everybody before I went to Animal Kingdom. So my car was at Kidani, but my reservation was at Pop. So we weren't sure if there was going to be an issue. I wasn't too worried about it, but we weren't sure how it worked. One person, there were about 3 cast members checking reservations, Magic Bands. One was standing in front of the first row of bus stops because there's one row in the front that's by itself. And then 2 were standing at the fork where the rows 3 and 4 part so that they could catch everybody else. And you go, one person scans a Magic Band, they see where they're staying, and they say, how many people are in your party? But truthfully, my resort was beyond that second check mark. So I would have been fine, even saying I was staying at Pop and walking over to the Kidani.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
It was past the checkpoint.
Yeah.
Both of those bus stops were past the checkpoint.
Right.
So it wouldn't have mattered. They're just checking at one spot to make sure you are a Disney guest or you have a dining reservation at pretty much any resort, because once you get past the cast member, you can go to whatever bus stop.
Right. Once you get past that last checkpoint, you can pretty much go to wherever you want. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good to know, though, in case in your situation, like your car was at Kidani.
Right. And really, and not, there were like 12 of us. Not every single one of us had to pull out our Magic Bands. Just one person, and they asked how many people are with you.
Oh, really? So you just said 12, and they let you guys all go at the same time without checking everybody. Okay, that's also good to know.
There was 12 of us. I'm exaggerating. I think there was like 8 of us, though. There were a lot of us.
Yeah, well, you had the kids. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there were kids. There were a lot of kids.
A lot of kids there. Woo.
There were Hunt kids, Lamb kids, Kessler kids. There were a lot of kids. Zarconi. Next day, so we went to Pop. We stayed at Pop. Michael got to go to the food court and get something from the food court because that's his dream, getting something from the food court.
He loves that food court, man.
He wanted a piece of pizza, Dave.
Okay, right.
A piece of pizza is $11.
Ooh,
I could not do it when a whole pizza was $20.
You might as well get the whole pizza, yeah.
That's it. I bought the whole pizza.
Mm-hmm.
I put it in a Ziploc bag. I brought it home, and him and Rich had it for dinner Sunday night.
Yeah, I mean, that's a no-brainer, right?
I could not pay $11 for one slice of pizza when a whole pizza was $20.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's what I did. I put it in a good thing I always have Ziploc bags.
I know, you do. It's the Ziploc queen. Should make a song out of that. Ziploc queen.
Mississippi Queen.
She's got a zipper for everything. She's got a baggie for everything.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So next day we went to Hollywood Studios and rode a couple of rides and went home. Pretty much.
So
We used Weight Magic. And it got us everything we asked it to get, but we didn't ride everything we asked it to get because there was a storm coming. So we didn't wait around. We decided to haul out of there. So the kids rode Rise of Resistance. We rode Toy Story Mania, Rock and Roller Coaster. Some people rode Tower of Terror. Michael was not having it, so he ate ice cream instead while everybody else was on Tower of Terror. And Toy Story Mania, me and Mike rode Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway before we left.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
And then you just...
But
and
we did get a Slinky Dog return Fast Pass through Weight Magic, but it was at 2:15 and the storm was coming.
And you guys decided to leave before the storm. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it was going to close. When the storm came, it was going to close. We knew it.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
And it came down hard because by the time we got to Wawa, which of course we had to go to Wawa after we left,
yeah.
it was coming down really hard, and we just sat in the parking lot. And Michael ate his sandwich. I waited out the rain.
Yeah, there were some storms.
Michael ate his sandwich.
Yeah, there were some storms that day.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to Rock and Roller Coaster, I don't think I failed to mention that when we went with Scott and Karen there and we rode it for the cast member preview. Of course, every time we get on the ride with Karen, she's like, "Okay, what are we gonna do for the photo? What are we gonna do?" And I'm like, "Are we gonna do this? The cow horn? What do you call them? Cow horns?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah, we'll do that." Well, as I'm bringing down the shoulder harness, right?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of slipped my arms out a little bit, and when we took off, I'm fairly thin, so my arms slipped through. So now my arms are on the outs, not like inside. Does that make sense? So they're on the outside of the shoulder harness thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to explain. So
I'm not picturing what you're saying because your arms are always outside the shoulder.
Well, they are, but they were stuck like up top. Like it was so tight that my arms.
You had like Barney arms?
Yeah, like once it got going and I pulled it tight, once they were on, I couldn't get my arms back in. Like to hold the little metal bars on the shoulder harness, you know what I'm saying?
That's weird.
Like they were stuck up here like this. And so I was trying to get my arms down, but they were stuck. And so we're going upside down and my arms are stuck and I'm flying around and it was so uncomfortable. It took me forever to finally squeeze my arms down through that shoulder harness. I started to leave them out there, but it was like so uncomfortable because I was stuck
that is weird.
Like a scarecrow, like standing. I was like, yeah, it was just the weirdest thing. So if you see the picture, I post a picture of me.
I have to look for it now.
That's how my arms were stuck the whole time. I could not get them back down and back through the shoulder harness. It was crazy. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Just thought I'd bring that up. No, it was good, right? Except for you missed the best part. But again,
the when we went, the recording studio part was dark, and they just told us to go through to the alley.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah,
I mean, look, Aerosmith was great, but after you see it 100 times, you're like, okay, well,
yeah.
But now that this is nice, it's fresh, it's new, it's Muppets, it's cool, it's funny.
The ride genuinely is the same. I mean, even the Hollywood sign, it's almost. There's a couple of Muppet things in there, but most of it is exactly the same.
No, when you're going upside down, you're going fast. You're not even paying attention to it, right? Mm-hmm. So the best part is the queue going in. You see the pictures and stuff like that, and then you see the recording room. So that's the best part.
I will say it made it less scary for Michael, just the Muppet theme in general, because he would ride Rock and Roller Coaster, but he wasn't always happy about it. Whereas this time he was excited. And when I just asked him before, did you like rock? He's like, yeah, it was great. So it's interesting that maybe it'll be more accessible to people that are scared of it just because it's Muppets. And I was talking about and I've talked about this before on the show, and I've talked about this with friends. I think they need to do that with Tower of Terror. I think they need to make that whole area a Muppet area and make it a Muppet hotel and make the Tower of Terror Muppet themed. And I think more people will ride it. I think it's psychological. The whole Twilight Zone and the elevator that got struck by lightning.
Of course, that's the whole thing, Toni-Ann. That's the whole,
I know.
But you could make it fun, right? You could make it fun, and then when you stop,
the Guardian Breakout, people love it. People say it's much more. It's the same ride vehicle. But people say it's a lot better.
Yeah, well, I agree, and I think what they need to do. I think your idea, and you've been talking about this for years, for a long time.
Since they announced they were going to close the Muppet area, I said, we have the feeling that they're going to move the Villains show over to the Villains Land or do something similar in the Villains Land.
Only makes sense. Yeah.
Right. So if they do that, they could put Muppet 3D back. They have the theater now. They built that theater. They could put Muppet 3D back in that corner. They can make that whole area a Muppet area.
Mm-hmm. It would be awesome.
They paid all that money for Henson.
I know. That just makes sense. But they do silly things like putting the Journey of Water in Epcot.
What? D23 is coming. Let's see if Josh is listening.
Yeah, I know. But, what do you do? I think it's a great idea. And Josh is listening. Josh, you might want to listen to this and get this done. Get on it. Get in the boardroom.
He hasn't listened to me in a long time.
Well, he's listening. And I think what they need to do also is theme it like that with Muppets. And then when, it goes up and goes down, it should stop like it's stuck. And then music comes on and they play. What song do they play?
I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500
and get everybody singing, right? See? Yeah.
Yep.
That's it. Yeah. That comes over the loudspeaker, everybody sings, and then it starts again. Like it scares you.
Right. Exactly.
How cool would that be?
He would never listen. He just doesn't listen anymore.
Change things up. Make it like you're stuck, and then sing. I walk 500 miles, and have a happy. And also,
I wanted to tell you guys that some of our friends were staying at Kidani, so I got to see the Kidani remodel. Like they did renovations. Now I stayed at Kidani. When did I stay in Kidani? In September? Was it when Kevin was here? No. It wasn't when Kevin was here. That was February. It was September. It was when Mandy was here with her friend. Kevin was here in February. We stayed in Kidani in September. So now it's almost a year later. The refurb is done. So Michael had to sleep on the sofa bed. Now it's a pull-down Murphy. And there was a pull-out chair when we stayed there, which is now the Andy Hoffman bed, the baby, the pull-out twin under the TV.
The toddler bed?
Much nicer. The renovation is really nice. Much more comfortable for a family with the Murphy beds than the pull-out couch. I hate pull-out couches.
Oh yeah, they're terrible. Yeah.
And I heard that they're going to be redoing the Little Mermaid rooms at Art of Animation. They announced that. So, Little Mermaid rooms are getting the same treatment, I think, with the table bed like Pop Century has.
Okay, good to know.
Mm-hmm.
So where you find out your information right here on the Disney Crush podcast. Breaking news and interesting news.
Yep.
And I wish news. All right, Toni, anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, I guess that's going to wrap it up then. Are you ready to wrap this up?
I think so.
Until next week. All right, well, that was good. I'm glad you guys had a good trip. And which park was the hottest, by the way?
Hollywood Studios was hot.
I've been getting I've been seeing that a lot lately online. People are talking about Hollywood Studios. Not just you, but other people.
We were looking for reprieve from the heat. The kids went and rode Rise. Michael had a return time, and we let the kids go because you can only get 4 people go with Michael's pass. So we let the kids go, and it was 10-ish, and we were trying to find a place to go in the air conditioning, and Baseline's not open yet until 11. We wound up going to ABC Commissary to sit because there's like no place to get air conditioning.
We are always there. We always end up there. Yep, I know.
In that park.
Mm-hmm.
So we just sat in ABC Commissary and waited for the kids. I mean, we could have went to Docking Bay 7, but that wasn't the direction. We were walking away from Galaxy's Edge. We were trying not to go back deeper into Galaxy's Edge.
We're walking away.
Yeah. So.
All right, Toni-Ann.
All right, guys.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you guys next week. See you.
Bye.
I think that's it. All right.
Talking truth has spoken.
Put a check on that. Can you do that, Dave? Can you put a check on that one?